Oops. Okay. Good afternoon, Bakersfield. This is the Michael Anderson Show. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the audience. And I don't know, this is like the fourth show, maybe the fifth show that I've done. Last few weeks or a month or so, I've been in Alaska and broadcasting from up there. Today, I am in Claskenai, Oregon, which is a little town. It's less than 5,000 people. It sits off of the Columbia River and separates in Washington State, just by the Columbia. There's a town across the Columbia River that there's a town across the Columbia River. It's called Longview, Washington. That's where I have a lot of family. I have a lot of family and friends in that town. My cousins live here in Claskenai. They own a pawn shop business and have a wonderful house that they've been living out here in Claskenai. And I don't know how much of a view you're getting in the background back there. I'll move the camera around just for a minute. Audience can see it. It's a beautiful backdrop of their backyard view. I think it's the Cascade, part of the Cascade Range. Anyways, so I'm here for one more day. I arrived at Alaska. Let's see, it was late Friday night, and got into town Saturday morning, and I've been here since then. Just kind of relaxing a little bit, charging my batteries, visiting my family, staying with my cousin. My aunt and my uncle live in Longview, which is just across the river, and it's 20 miles, about a 40 minute drive here, and going back and forth, some helping my cousin out. And we're having camera adjustment issues. Let's see. Pardon me. Is that better, Goose? All right. Can you see me now, Goose? Is that better? Better shot? Text me back. So more family business, taking care of my family, and my cousin's here. She's got a pretty good handle on her mom and dad, but here for support. And I've always been really close with my aunt and uncle. So, and it's on the way home. So I just adjusted my schedule so that I could stop off here in Washington before I head back home to California, which I will be back in the wonderful state of California tomorrow night about 8 o'clock, and then the wife and kids are going to be picking me up at LAX, and we're going to head down to Huntington Beach and stay a night or two there. There's some new hotel they just built right on the beach, I guess, and haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but looking forward to it. My wife's kind of been pretty busy with the kids since I've been gone, handled by herself. So she deserved a little bit of it. We're doing that. And then I'm going to be heading back to Alaska in October sometime. I don't know. I think it's around the 15th of October till probably the 25th, somewhere around there, roughly, to finish up the project up there. And the project is doing the final installation for fireplaces, removing fireplaces and installing gas efficient heating fireplace inserts. They about 50,000 BTUs each, which translates to heating. They roughly heat 1,600 square feet each unit, and we're putting one in upstairs, one downstairs, and then I've got a pellet fired wood stove that I'll be putting out in the garage. So that will end that project for Mom's house this year, and it gives me another opportunity to go back up to Alaska. Kind of looking forward to that. This trip is, a lot of it's been about bringing my mom. She's old, bringing her into the 21st century. Doesn't have a phone. Has had several of them over the past few years. Some of them have ended up in the trash. She's not able to use them. Just does not want to come into this new world of technology. And so this time when I was up there, I thought, well, she's never had an iPhone, and I'm fairly okay with iPhones. So got her the iPhone, and setting up the security around her house. We talked about that in the past few shows. So the Ring security system, I set up floodlights and doors and all that, so I can see her house from here in Oregon, and I can see it, and wherever I'm at, I can see it. If anyone goes to her door or messes around with windows or back doors or anything, and she can see it as well. But it drives off. You need the iPhone or a smartphone to be able to have that technology. So it's working all good for me and my wife. See it, but I've been calling Mom. I got in here, woke up Saturday morning, and I've been trying to get a hold of my mom, check in with her. Hey, I made it safe and everything. How you doing? How's it going up there? Couldn't get a hold of her because she would not answer that iPhone. I didn't know if it was broke or what. And she finally figured out how to open it up and answer it this morning. Got taught a half hour, 45 minutes, and we even got to do FaceTime. I was able to walk her through doing FaceTime. So she's kind of excited about that, and I'm hoping I just keep working with her, that she'll get better and better, at using it and feel more comfortable with it. She's deathly afraid of it. She's afraid she's going to break the phone, or it's just very, very intimidating to Mom. And I think it's probably that way for a lot of people that, are in their 70s and 80s that are, have not gotten familiar or comfortable with the technology that we have. They came from the world of rotary dial phones. If anyone out there in the audience can remember those, I can tell a little bit about my age. But so it's a challenge. What else did I do? Oh, I put a safe in the house up there. Put some of her valuables and stuff in the safe and had her open it and close it several times. And that was the thing this morning. And maybe that's why she answered the phone. She can't get the safe open. And so I tried to work with her on that. And it looks like, that'll be my next trip is spending more time with her to get the safe open. So she's got a bunch of stuff locked in there she can't get at. Nothing earth-shattering. It's not medicine or anything. So it can hold till I'm able to get back up there. But so that good trip. Very happy to get a hold of her and see her this morning. This is the relaxing end of my trip. Right now, I slept in this morning. I didn't get up till about 9:30. My cousin, she's a fitness trainer, and as well as they own a business, but she's a fitness trainer, and so she is up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning every day. That's her routine, and she gets up, she does a workout, and then she goes into Longview across the river, Columbia River, into Washington. Again, it's a 45-minute drive, and she teaches a couple fitness classes to some people over there. I think 2 classes, and then she's back here by 8 o'clock, and they're waiting for me to get up so we can have breakfast together. I didn't roll out of bed until 9:30, 9:45, but it was good. We had a nice breakfast, and to talk a little bit about business, and they're always hoping that at some point I end up moving my way back up here north. They've been hoping that for 25, 30 years. It just always ends up I live in California, and I'm when I can and try to travel, but I just always end up home bases in California. But really good visit, and the rest of my day after when I'm done with my show, I will head over to Longview Uncle's house and spend some time with them again. I'm gonna take my uncle likes to go to rummage sales and antique stores and stuff like that, and the town Longview has a lot of really cool antique stores. So we're gonna go do a little bit of shopping, and then a couple of, and I'll come back here and spend my last night here in Oregon. Get up in the morning. I've got to go to a post office, send some stuff out. I got too much stuff to pack on the plane, so I'm gonna ship some stuff back home tomorrow, and turn my car in and get on an airplane. Oh, and Bear's with me. Bear's sleeping right now. Hang on one second. It's just a brief pause. I'm going to grab him real quick. Okay. I don't know. You're not going to worry. Bear's taking a nap. Don't know if the audience, if you guys have gotten introduced to him yet. Bear is just over 7 weeks old. He is an Arctic Akita. If you've ever seen the movie Hachi, that dog and Akita is based on a true story. They're they're very special breed of dogs. And while I was in Alaska, I've always wanted an Akita, and I told myself about 10 years ago, if I ever stumble across the right circumstances, or I would get one. And they're pretty expensive dogs. A lot of breeders out there, and the stars lined just right. And while I was up there in Alaska, we stumbled across somebody that breeds them, a nice young lady, and she happened to have a litter of puppies, and we hit it off very well. I got to see Bear when he was 4 weeks old, roughly, or 3 weeks old, 4 or 3 weeks old, and visited him a couple times a week. And as he was being weaned off his mother and ready to come home with me, and he is my dog. He's also a service dog, and his bloodline, he's trained for service. They're trained for people with diabetes, people that have mobility issues, Parkinson's, a number of different things that they're easily trained for. And this will probably come up in another show or something, but I have a condition, and Bear will be my service dog. But he's a great dog with a wonderful little personality. He plays extremely hard, all over the place. He's big, very durable, and he just goes like 200 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden he just drops like a rock and takes a nap for an hour or two. He gets up. You got about 30 seconds to get him outside because he's got to pee or poop, and then we do the cycle again. So he takes a lot of naps, but a lot of fun, great personality. Everywhere I go, I don't know how good of a shot you're getting of how he looks and how you see him, but he's about 16 pounds, 7 weeks old, and I swear he's growing every single day. Every day he grows. But everywhere I go with him, he draws a crowd. It's like Michael Jackson or something coming up, touching him, and he loves people, and good dogs. So I'm socializing him as well as I can, because when he gets older, their breed is also in their breed that they're loyal typically to one person and one family, and it's not that they'll attack other people, or they're not an aggressive dog, but they're very very protective and watch over their masters and their family. So I encourage you, if you haven't heard about Akitas or don't know about them, to check them out. They come from Japan originally. I think, are we getting close to a break? I should probably prep for a break. Got to be good. So, yes. Okay. You know what? Let me get my thoughts together, and we're going to go to break in a few minutes and round out the second half of the show. Take us out, Goose.
I choose Patriot Bail Bonds.
We choose Patriot Bail Bonds.
We choose Patriot Bail Bonds.
If the best criminal attorneys choose Patriot Bail Bonds, who would you choose?
Patriot Bail Bonds. We fight for your freedom.
Patriot Bail Bonds has the best customer service in Bakersfield. Patriot has more 5-star ratings than any bail company in Kern County. Plus, we're fast and affordable. If you run into the law, make Patriot Bail Bonds your first call. That's right, one call, that's all.
If you're in jail, call Patriot Bail.
At the time you were arrested, you were served with a DS-367 temporary driver's license. It's good for 30 days, but if you don't act within 10 days, at the end of those 30 days, your license will be suspended. It's important for your lawyer to contact the DMV for you. Set up a driver's license administrative hearing so that your license does not go into suspension. That's something here at Braemar Law we do for you.
All right, got it, Goose. I love this intro. And we are back. Thank you, Goose. I had to move around a little bit. The sun was starting to melt. So we don't have that beautiful backdrop view anymore of the mountains, whether you can see it or not. Maybe you got a reflection off the window here. Anyways, it's 2:20 in the afternoon, beautiful Monday afternoon here in the Pacific Northwest, Claskenai, Oregon. And we were talking a little bit. I was giving a little bit of the dog Akita's. Bear is his name is Kuma Bear Anderson, and Kuma is the Japanese word for bear. So that's his name. They originated, these dogs date back they date back as far as the first contact between canines and humans. That's you should go back in history and study it. They were Japan's, to the royal family, emperors, kings, whatever, how they were back in the royal family. They were guardians, palaces, and they were also hunting dogs they actually hunted bear, back in those times. So they're a real, good said, they're just a real protective and a special breed. You don't see a lot of them, especially pure. And over the years, it's evolved that the Japanese Akita is probably 75 to 80 pounds, 85 pounds, the males, and they have features of almost like a fox-like face, and the females are probably anywhere between 50 and 60 pounds, and just great little trim, shorter haired dogs. The American Akitas, or Arctic Akita, which is what I have, is an Arctic Akita. He was bred in family lines are in, but they are they're a heavier dog. The males at 75, 130 pounds, and it looks as though I have one that is going to be very big. It wasn't initially my intention, but I swear you can watch, if you look at him and see him daily, he grows every single day, almost right before your eyes. So they get pretty big, and then the females can get as big as big as 8 pounds, and they have a little thicker fur, and just a little bit bigger dog. They do not have like the fox-like nose. It's not as long and pointy as a face. They're a little fuller face. So, anyways, that's what we have. New addition to our family. I'm pretty happy and excited about that. Working with him and getting him trained and all of that stuff as the days, years go by. It's so beautiful here. I'm sitting here just looking out at the mountains, and it's quiet. It's peaceful. You don't hear any traffic or anything out here. I'm 20 miles out in the woods. That's Bear in the background. Bear, hey, come here. I was done with you on this part of the show. I'm gonna have to pick you back and put you in my lap. Come here. He's stuck. Looking for getting back home. It's been days. I've been away from the kids and my wife, and I do miss them. It's been fun. It's been great up here, but I miss my family, and it's hard. It's hard, being away from them this long. I've never been away from them this long. So that was a little bit tough, but we I think Goose and I have talked a little bit about the, I'm sure it happens to many of you out in the audience. We have parents that are aging, and I never prepared for this, knew what to do. In the event that as my mom or dad got older, it's never an option for me to even consider, nursing home or anything like that. There's just no way that I would ever do that. But with that said, it's always been an open and shut issue in our house. I find that, hey, anyone in our family, my father who passed years ago, her family, that we would have room in our home for them, rather than see them go anywhere else, and just be with them to their absolute, last time here. But my dad, we tried to get my dad to come live with us. He lived here in Washington, in the same area where I'm at right now, and he passed away 5-6 years ago. But we tried for several years. His health was failing, and we attempted to get him to come home and stay with us, and he refused. This was his home. He had a little mobile home in a 55 and older park. He was comfortable there. It wasn't the greatest place as far as fancy and all that, but it was home to him, and he just absolutely was not leaving. So we abided by his wishes, and I came down here and with the family at that time, and was spent about almost 45 days here, trying to get him to go back to California. Finally gave up on that, and just spent time with him and enjoyed him, and he passed while we were there. My mom, kind of much the same thing. I started out this trip thinking that I'm going to convince her and get her to come back home to California, got room and everything be fine. Well, she's not going. She is not going. Absolutely not going. Closest thing that she would do is she would move to Washington here if everything was picture perfect, lined up right. The house was sold and all of that. But then the more we get into that, as I've the show's been about a lot the last few weeks, she let it be known that she may just stay in her house. So with that said, I'll make 4, 5, 6 trips a year and go up there, and check on her health. If she needs to get to a doctor here outside, I'll help her get out here to a doctor out here, and keep doing improvements on her home so she's comfortable. And wonderful thing about technology today is, it makes me feel better that I'm able to, see her on FaceTime, or go on the computer on my phone and punch up, see her house. So I think it's it's a good. Just I don't know how I could have ever prepared for this. We're doing the best that we can, and I'm sure many of you out in the audience have. If you've either experienced it or maybe it's something that you're going to be experiencing soon. It started out a stressful experience for me, but it's turned into pretty enjoyable and just kind of, if I'd have planned for it anyways, most of the plans go to crap, and you just kind of you do it as you go, you feel it as it goes, do what you need to do, and that's go with the flow, and that's what I've done, and I feel pretty at ease with it. Feel as good as I can about it, and I don't know what else you could hope for. I would love to hear any opinions or thoughts or from people out in the audience. So please drop me a line. I'd be interested to hear from you, and hopefully maybe some of the experiences that I've shared might help somebody out there with things. Not sure what topic I'm going to next week or later this week. I don't know if we're doing a Friday show yet or not, but not sure what topic I'm going to go with. Have to figure it out. The idea is coming up with different things that common couples, common man, women face in today's world, and just it's a perspective on how my family deals with it. By no means perfect, but just things that we go through with kids, family, work, illnesses, and how we with them. Maybe it helps. Maybe it's entertaining. Sometimes funny. My mom thinks I should write a book on just the different antics that go through with my family and pets and things. I don't know. I haven't. Maybe one of these days I will. But it's fun. I enjoy doing this show and sharing this. I think I'm getting a little comfortable. Each week. I need to sit down with Goose and figure out how to advertise the show or get it out, push it out to more viewers, because I'm technically challenged in that I don't know how to get it pushed out. I know that you can do it there's something you can do on Facebook. I do have a Facebook page, but I don't have a link on there. Joe, I go through Kerncast. But so I've got a lot to learn myself. He is really, really upset. Bear wants to go. He wants to go do something. Joe, we only got a few minutes left. Hang in there, huh? Say hi to everybody. Say hello. Show them your good side. Anyways, what else we got? Well, football season right around the corner. Got my Seahawks shirt on. I'm probably surrounded in California by a bunch of 49ers and Charger and Raider fans, but I'm a diehard Seahawks fan. Excited about the season coming up. I got to watch a little bit of a preseason game yesterday, first one I've seen. I know we're just a couple weeks out. September 6th is opening day, NFL. Looking forward to it. Big football fan, so that'll be probably a left that I'll be talking about in the coming future. Things that are happening in the football world as well. My take on it. I'm running out of topics. What to talk today? I appreciate you doing what you do to get me on air in these remote conditions. And next Monday I will be or Friday, whatever day, I will be in studio. Plan on being in studio. Look forward to seeing you. And I hope the audience, I hope you all have a good week. And I encourage you, please do drop me a line. I don't mind criticism, good and bad. Hope everyone has a good week. And I'm going to close the show. And we will see you on the next one. Take me out, Goose, please.